the science of behavior. Sorry, there was disturbance, net problem, I think. So, here we are at relation of education psychology. So, to modify the behavior or to bring about some changes in the behavior, it is necessary to study the science of behavior. Thus, education and psychology are logically related. The developmental stages of children and characteristics are very essential factors which the teacher must know in order to be a successful teacher. The traditional education was subject centered and teacher dominated, but the modern concept of education has been changed into learning centered to learner centered. Today's education has become child centered. It is the child who is to learn according to his needs, interests, and capacities. So, hence, there is no doubt that knowledge of psychology is quite essential for planning and organizing any educative effort. For this purpose, all the great educators emphasize the education must have a psychological base. How far education and psychology are related to each other? Education is concerned with aims, ideas, and standards of life, and psychology determines whether these aims are attainable or not. Education demands the teacher to know the child as well as the subject matter of instructions, where the psychology help to know about the child. Psychology also help the teacher to teach effectively, undertaking effective and appropriate teaching techniques. Like psychology and aims of education, psychology and teacher, psychology and curriculum, psychology and methods of teaching, psychology and textbooks, psychology and innovations, psychology and audio-visual aids, psychology and timetable, psychology and school administration, psychology and discipline, psychology and evaluation. So, education, as we have seen above, is an attempt to mold and shape behavior. It tries to help young people to grow and develop along certain lines, to acquire knowledge and skills, and to learn certain ways of thought and feeling so that they may be absorbed in adult social life. In this unit, very briefly, they have given each and every aspect. So if you go through every line, you can understand more better. And every unit has its questionnaire, then multiple choice questions, everything they have given, fill up the blanks and all. If you complete all these, you'll become perfect in this unit. And next one, unit 4. It is individual differences. Education is the fundamental right of every child, irrespective his or her caste, then religion, sex, race, color, ethnic or social origin, genetic features, language, minority status, disability, and each and every child have the right to equal opportunity in education. Education is powerful instrument of social change and often initiates upward movement in the social structure. If you are educated, you will know how to speak with the people in the society, how to mingle with the people. You can build social communication. You will gain knowledge and also can share your knowledge. In this way, you can move to the higher levels. Then, concept of individual difference. All the individuals differ from each other in many aspects. Now, to say no two persons are same in any respects. They differ in their physical aspects like body, shapes, structures, and then height, weight, color and complexion, then mental abilities like intelligence, attitude. Some may be very intelligent, some may be normal, uh, some may be below average. Then attitude, aptitude, learning styles, and study habits. These all, every child has differentiation. Individuals differ emotionally from one to another in anger, fear, jealousy, helping nature, joyfulness, and enjoyment. In one family, we can find out from both brothers or sisters, we can identify the differentiation among all these aspects. Some may be very anger, some may be very cool, some may be jealousy, and some may be very joyful. So, in that way, we can identify in our family itself. So, some learn quickly and others slowly. See, some may learn quickly, but sometimes they forget very soon. But some may learn slowly, but they can uh, remember for long period of time. So according to each child, there will be differentiation in learning, and some remember well while others forget. Some respond quickly and some others slowly. Some people feel, even though if they know, they feel shy to express their skills, their knowledge. But some children, they come forward to express their views, their talents, their skills, and all. So, in this way, no one among us is just the same as one another. So, the sons and daughters of the same parents, or even identical twins, also. Twins, they have come from same womb in one delivery, but they are not exactly the same as their counterparts. Every one of us is typical human being in oneself. So let us learn about the definition of individual differences. According to Drever James, variation or deviation from the average of the group with respect to the mental or physical characteristics occurring in the individual member of the group are individual differences. According to Woodworth, he states that individual differences are found in all psychological characteristics, mental ability, knowledge, habits, personality, and character. According to Good CB, the variations or deviations among individuals is in regard to a single characteristic or number of characteristics. It stands for those differences which in their totality distinguish one individual from another. There are two main types of individual differences. The inter-individual differences refer to the differences between one person and another person. It may be physical or psychological. I mean, like attitude, aptitude, aspiration, creativity, personality, and emotions like anger, fear, jealousy, happiness, enjoyment, and so on. These all will differ between one and another person. Social skills like easily mixing with others in the group, or poor social skills, that is not mingling with the others in the group, differs from individual to individual. In one family only, one child will mingle with each and everyone. They'll be very talkative, very friendly. But the other child may not mingle with anyone. They, they don't come out. They don't speak out. So they feel very shy. That is the differences. These come under inter-individual differences. Other examples of inter-individual differences are gender, age, ethnic background, anxiety levels also differ in each other. Then intra-individual differences. These are observed within the same person. Means same person, uh, the same person may react in one way in a particular situation, and sometimes he may react in different way in another situation. Situation to situation, he'll be changing. Same person, but according to his mind concept or active. When he's in active mode, he'll react happily. When he's in anger mode, his movement, his reaction will be different. So the attitude also, the same person may vary from situation to situation. The Individual shows good performance in one subject, and the same individual may show poor performance in another subject. This may be according to his interest. If the person is interested in mathematics, so he'll be always doing maths. The same person, if he is not interested in the language or some other subject, he will not touch that subject at all. So in that way, what happens is in maths he'll get a higher 90 above, and the other subject which is not interested, he's not at all opening. So what happens? He'll lose the marks. So in that way, so if we test a person's performance in a stressful condition, when the child is, where student is in stressful mood, we test the same person, the performance in the stress-free condition. There will be differentiation. When he is in stress mode, he'll not be able to attempt whatever the given work successfully. And when he is cool mood, stress-free condition, he'll be happy to complete that work. He'll happily, successfully will do the given work. Either it is a subject, educational side, or in other activities, the same result will come. So there will be differentiation in the result. In the performance of person's understanding, analytical perception, and other thinking abilities also differ from place to place or situation to situation. Then areas of individual differences. Whatever differences or variation exists among the human beings, they may be classified in two broad categories. They are physical and psychological differences. Why physical differences means related to the body, and the psychological differences are related to intellectual potentialities, interests, attitudes, aptitudes, emotional, etc. I mean, physical differences means that differ in height, weight, color of skin, color of eyes and hair also, size of hands and heads, arms, feet, mouth and nose, length of waistline, structure and functioning of internal organs, facial expressions, mannerism of speech and walk, hairstyle, and other such native or acquired physical characteristics. These are physical differences. Differences in intelligence. Child to child, there will be lot of difference in intelligence. Some children will be very smart, very actively they answer, they very actively they come forward. So intelligence is an important area of individual differences. That is, intelligence is very important. There are differences in intelligence level among different individuals. Some people are more intelligent, some are average intelligent. Some people are having less intelligence than the average people. We can classify the individuals from super normal, means that is their IQ levels will be above 120, to idiots from 0 to 50 IQ levels. So on the basis of their intelligence level, we can classify them whether they are super or normal or low level, like, I mean, completely, if they come to zero level means they will be like idiots. So Terman has classified people into 9 classes according to their level of intelligence. I mean, genius, near genius, very superior, superior, average, backward, feeble-minded, dull, and idiot. Then coming to aptitude, some people are more skilled in drawing and painting, while some are skilled in singing and writing. Individuals differ in their aptitude related to music, poetry, mechanical art, etc. Then attitude. Attitudes are different from person to person. A person may have different attitude towards people, situation, organization, customs and traditions, religion and society. So some people have more positive attitude in some aspects. Other people have negative attitude in all aspects and situation. When coming to personality, individuals differ from other individuals due to their personality traits. Some persons are more emotional than others. Few people are more sociable because of their extrovert traits, and some are more introverts. That is, they won't mingle with others in the society. Jung classified people into 3 groups: introverts, extroverts, and ambiverts. Then Thorndike has also classified people in 4 categories on the basis of thinking: abstract thinkers, ideational thinkers, object thinkers, and thinkers in whom sensory experience is predominant. Then learning. What is learning? Learning styles are different from person to person. Some children easily learn the new concepts and some are not able to concentrate on new or difficult concepts. Some people have good grasping and memory, but some have low memory. Some people show more interest on some subjects and not show much interest on some other subjects. Some students are more creative while others are less creative. If we give them some work like drawing, painting, or making timetables uh, or any science diagrams or things, some children will draw them very creatively, very attractively. Some, what they do, just roughly they'll sketch and give them. So that differentiation we can find out. So in the area of learning, individuals are different from person to person. If some children, if we give big paragraph, within short period of time, they learn and respond to the teacher. But some children, it will take time. And coming to achievement, achievements are the building blocks that enable someone to construct a sense of themselves as success. It has been found through achievement tests that individuals differ in their achievement abilities. These differences are very much visible in reading, writing, and in learning mathematics. Then motor ability. There are differences in motor ability also. These differences are visible at different ages. Some people can perform mechanical tasks easily, while others even though they are at the same level, feel much difficulty in performing these tasks because of the motor ability. See, some children, because of the fine motor, gross motor, and sensory motor delay, they'll have in their delay in their milestones, like crawling, sitting, walking, talking, eating. They'll have difficulties because of the motor ability. Then interest. There are also difference in interest. Factors such as sex, family background, levels of development, differences of race and nationality, etc., causes difference in interest. Some children will have interest in sports, some have in music, some have vocal music, some have in instrumental music, some have interest in drawing and painting. Some children, they will stuck up only for studies. So these are all for because of their interest. So with the encouragement of teachers and parents also, they can move uh, to different activities also. Along with their studies, they can participate in other activities, extracurricular activities, with the motivation and support of their parents and teachers. Then emotional differences. Individuals differ in their emotional reactions to a particular situation. Some, according to their situation, some may get very soon anger they get, where they'll become very aggressive, irritable, and they get uh, very angry at that nick of the moment. They'll get angry. They'll be shouting for every small incidents. They'll be shouting. So there are others who are peaceful nature and do not get angry easily. So this is emotional difference. And at a particular things, an individual may be so much enraged that he may be prepared for the worst crime like murder, while another person may only laugh at it. So these are the differences in their emotional attitudes. There is also gender differentiations. In page number 14, they have given 7 items like differentiation between gender means women and men. Women have greater skill in memory, while men have greater motor ability. And so like that, all the 7 points they have given. And next, different determinants of individual differences. Why do we differ from each other in so many ways? What is that is responsible for such differences and variation among us? That is, are there differences present in individual right from their birth or even at the time of conception? Or do they creep in afterwards? Educationalists, sociologists, and psychologists have tried to seek answers to these questions through their studies and researches. They have in turn concluded that both the heredity as well as environmental factors are jointly responsible for difference and variations among us. So, what is heredity? So, yes, they have given the differences according to the heredity, environment, gender, age, education, and all affect their from they'll have the different differences from each other in so many ways. So Next, coming to page number 49, intelligence. What is intelligence? Intelligence is a most important character in an individual. A person's abilities, competencies, and skills are depending on his intellectuality. And individual creativity also depends uh, on his intelligence. So the term intelligence is derived from Latin word intelligere, which means understanding. Intelligence means mental capacity to learn quickly, understanding perfectly, think logically. It is also an ability to solve problems in any critical and complex situations. It is a measurement of intelligence which is expressed in number. Here they are given the intelligence quotient, that IQ is mental age and the ratio of mental age and chronological age. Aptitude. Aptitude means quickness in learning and understanding. It may be a natural talent or an acquired ability. Aptitude helps an individual to learn faster and achieve success. Aptitude is inborn potential to perform certain kinds of activities, whether physical or mental, developed or undeveloped. Then interest. See, interest is the feeling that prompts the child to do spontaneous activity. Interest is both an end and means to learn. The learner should realize the purpose of learning. The objective of the teacher should be to develop an interest among the learners. Once this objective is achieved, the learner will learn study. For example, we should give them the taste. Then automatically they'll get the interest to learn something, whatever the given activity. Like see, if some in the house mother cooks something and the child doesn't want to eat, so what the mother says, Baba, you have just taste it first, taste it first. Afterwards, you'll come to know. Thoroughly, she go on saying, and she feeds the baby, the child. When the child gets the taste, automatically say, "Yeah, Mama, it's very tasty." Then I'll eat. From then onwards, he'll start eating the new item. In the same way, teachers or parents should give them the taste of that subject, taste of that activity. Then, according to Crow and Crow, interest may refer to the motivating force that impels us to attend to a person, a thing, or an activity. According to Murphy, interests are conditioned stimuli related to goal objects and expressed as likes or dislikes or activities, objects, characteristics, or people in the environment. Then values. So what, according to Haramlaw Boss, a value is a belief that something is good and desirable. See, according to Mukherjee, values are socially approved desires and goals that are internalized through process of conditioning, learning, or socialization, and that become subjective performance. Preference, standards, and aspirations. Then Hippie states that values are conscious or unconscious, motivators and justifiers of the actions and judgment. It is not easy to clarify the fundamental values of given society because of their sheer breadth. See, values include honesty, integrity, kindness, generosity, courage, and confidence. Every individual should know the values of parents, family, time, value of education, value of teachers, value of elders, value of food, water, everything. Each and everything is valuable mm, um, in the nature. So um, here they have given some characteristics of values. These can provide standard of competence and morality. They can go beyond specific situation or persons, and these are relatively permanent. These are more central to the case of person. So they have a great role to play in the conduct of social life. They help in creating norms to guide day-to-day behavior. Then sources of value. Significant portion of values we hold is established in our early years from parents, teachers, friends, and others. There are so many sources. A child learns his first value from his family, friends, and peers, play a vital role in acquiring values. As a part of community and society, a person learns values from the society or different groups of people. As a learner, school and teachers also play a very important role in introducing values. Then academic achievement. Academic achievement is the extent to which student, teacher, or institution has attained their short or long-term educational goals. The academic achievement determines the future goals and objectives of the students. Individual differences play a major role in academic performance of the students. Attitude of the students, motivation of students, family environment, skills and abilities of the students. Educational, um, not only academic side, but in every aspect, they should play a responsible role towards the child's development. Nowadays, parents and children are very much busy with the cell phones and all. They don't have communication at all. If you encourage them in their skills, they show very much interest in their academics. If they have good exercise, like playing games, extracurricular activities and all, they give a good knob. They'll be free in their bodies and their minds will become fresh, and automatically they'll show interest in education side. So educational implications of individual differences. The first task of a teacher in a classroom is to know the individual differences among the students and plan teaching strategies accordingly. Aims of education, curriculum, and method of teaching should be linked with individual differences, because some may be fast learners, some maybe are average, and some very low learners. So according to them, teacher has to move on. Curricular, co-curricular, and extracurricular activities should be introduced as per the interest and abilities of the individuals. Then only they get interest in academic side. Teachers must adopt different methods of teaching, considering individual differences. Teachers should use uh, curtains specific teaching aids which attract the children depending on their interest and need. So this unit 4 we have completed. Then only short, very short time is there. We'll go for special needs, that is unit 5. Special needs children include those who have mental retardation, which causes them to develop more slowly than other children. This is unit 5, special needs. So individual differences are common in learning also. There are individual differences in writing, reading, and in understanding abilities. Children follow different methods. When these methods are proper, children learning will be in progress. Otherwise, problems will arise. Those conditions lead to individual differences in learning. Children with learning disabilities may be intelligent, but in specific learning areas, they will be backward. There is a good deal of confusion regarding the use of terms children with special needs, uh, exceptional children, handicapped children, disabled children, and special education. And characteristics of children with special needs. They are markedly different from normal children. Their differences may be emotional, intellectual, physical, or social. They need a special environment. The special environment may be provided in their normal system or schooling, normal system of schooling, or in a special school meeting with a special type of needs. They need more care than normal children. Their education is more expensive. In American Association of Mental Deficiency, and different scientists are given information about the classification of children with special needs. Here in page number 58, they have given the diagram classification of children with special needs. Then special education, parents of students who are considered as primary teachers are made as the partners in the activities assigned to them. Well-trained teachers, administration, and then consultants and physiotherapists are involved in the special education program. Then concept of mental retardation or intellectual disabilities. Mental retardation or intellectual disability is a condition where the individual has a lower IQ and has a difficulty in coping with the realities of the day-to-day life. And according to American Association on Mental Deficiency, mental retardation refers to significantly sub-average general intellectual functioning resulting and or associated with concurrent impairment in adaptive behavior. Significant sub-average is defined as an intelligence quotient IQ is 70 or below on standardized measure of intelligence. Then characteristics are lack of these retardation, mental retardation children characteristics will be lack of concentration and memory problems, low intellectual abilities and grasping power, low learning abilities and retention power, late in rolling over, sitting, crawling and walking, talking late or having trouble with talking, slow to master things like potty training, dressing and feeding himself or herself. Then difficulty in remembering things and difficulty with problem solving or logical thinking. Inability to connect with actions with consequences and behavioral problems such as explosive tantrums. Then causes of mental retardation or intellectual disability. What are the causes? Causes can be biological and environmental. Disorders like Down syndrome, trisomy, monosomy, etc. are biological, while the environmental causes include maternal infections during pregnancy. Any infections if the mother have, that also affect the child, and maternal exposure to various drugs, mother abusing substances such as alcohol during pregnancy, certain psychosocial conditions, problems involving caregiving, low socioeconomic state, then maternal exposure to environmental chemicals, severe health problems of mother during pregnancy, and other prenatal and natal, postnatal also will affect the child. And mental retardation symptoms, mild mental retardation, they are classified into 4 groups. Mental retardation symptoms classified into 4 groups. They are mild mental retardation, moderate mental retardation, severe mental retardation, profound mental retardation, and and for these mental retardation, prevention and care also will be there. That is, they have many positive development improvements in the prevention and care of the mentally retarded individuals. They are natural mental health policy, national policy of mental handicap, National Institute for the Mentally Handicapped, social benefits for the families. Then hearing impairment. Hearing impairment is a partial or totally inability to hear. It is an impairment in hearing, whether permanent or fluctuating, that adversely affects a child's educational performance also. Then hearing, why they get hearing impairment? The causes of hearing impairment are infections faced by mother during prenatal period, heredity factors, chromosomal abnormalities are major causes of hearing impairment. Then brain diseases that affect the central nervous system and physical head injury may also lead to these impairments. Then here they have given the types of impairments: conductive, sensorial, mixed, and central. Then speech impairment. A speech impairment is a condition in which the ability to produce speech sounds that are necessary to communicate with others is impaired. Speech impairments can be mild, such as occasionally mispronouncing a couple of words, to severe, such as not being able to produce speech sounds at all. Then what are the causes for speech impairment? They are hearing loss, neurological disorders, brain injuries that have an impact on speech ability of the individual. Intellectual disabilities, drug abuse, and physical impairment such as cleft lip or palate, and vocal abuse also or misuse or lead to impairment of speech. Then types of speech impairment: articulation disorder, phonological disorder, disfluency, voice disorder. These are the types of speech impairment. So here we are concluding this unit 5. So go through each and every line, and a summary if you study, you can gain the knowledge. Thank you.